Let's do some pandas again. In the last video, we looked at the exact same problem and we talked about using data frame.duplicated method. What it did, it actually gave us set of rows that were duplicates, right? And we got our solutions in one line. Pretty easy method. In this video, I'll be looking at using groupby using transform method, which is sort of like a window function in SQL, if you're aware of that. So just wanted to show you a couple different ways of approaching the same problem. So I'm going to comment this one out, this solution, one-liner. Pretty neat solution, by the way. But here I'll be using groupby. So the whole idea here is, let's first look at this table here. And this is our table, original table with 6 columns. My idea here is to create one more column called salary count. And essentially what I'm doing there is I'm actually doing a groupby on salary, and then I'm writing the count there in that column, in that new column. Okay, so for example, if this salary 100,000 only occurs once, the count will be 1, right? If this salary here 50,000 occurs twice, as you can see, or 500,000 actually, this is 500,000. So if this 500,000 occurs twice, this will be count 2 and 2, right? Similarly for 90,000, this will be count 2 and 2. Essentially what transform does, transform kind of like projects the function's value on each and every row. So it doesn't really condense or reduce our data set. It actually keeps it exactly the same, but it keeps the indexes exactly the same, and it outputs the value of the function on those rows. What do I mean by that? If you look at the exact definition of Pandas groupby transform, there it is. Pandas groupby transform can be performed by using data frame groupby.transform function. This function transforms the data frame with the specified function, and it turns the data frame having the same indexes as the original object. So what they're saying is, we are not going to be reducing the data set. We will have another column. In that column, we will have the count of our salaries because we are using salary as our groupby, right? So let's do this. Worker salary count, that's a new column name. Let's do the groupby on our data frame. Worker dot groupby salary, and let's specify a value column. We have to specify this, right? Otherwise it's not going to work. So I'm picking up a random column here, worker ID, and then let's apply a transform method. Transform, and this will be of type count, and let's see what we get. So we should now have one more column here, and there it is. We have one more column now, salary count. And as you can see, 100,000 only occurs once. That's why we have the count of 1. 500,000 actually occurs twice. That's why we have the count 2 and 2 here. Let's look at the 90,000 here. Again, 2 and 2. 6,500 only occurs one time. That's why we have this count 1. 7,500 occurs twice, I think. 2. Where is the other one? Oh, there it is. That's why. So yeah, so you get the idea. So with this transform method, we are kind of projecting our function's value on each and every row. So now let's do our filtration here. So worker salary count, we only want rows that have the value 2. That means they were the duplicates. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'm actually going to do not equals 1. So if you have duplicates more than 2 rows, this will take care of that as well, right? Because if I just specify here equals 2, that means we are only looking for the rows that existed 2 times in the data set. But with this here, not equals 1, that means it will take care of all the duplicates we have. Okay, so that's what we want. So let's do worker. This will give us the data frame that satisfies that condition, which is these records. Now we're only looking for worker ID, first name, and salary. So let's copy that from here. We have to use double square brackets, and there you have it. I think that's the right answer. Perfect. That's the right answer.